We know Sylvie, we talked to Sylvie. She quit her job because of us. But who the hell is Ruby? They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong. Ruby, yeah. God damn it, who the hell is that? Ruby, you know, the leader. We have not met this person yet. The leader of what? The Hardy Boys. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen. Like, things they need taken care of. She's the organizer. This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her, and so do the others. So where is this person? This is interesting. Right though, let's get on with it. What happened then? Well, Ruby said, let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower. To keep him upright. To mislead you, they were tampering with the body. To produce lividity matching a hanging. Yes. We completely missed the tampering. Wow. Looks like you got there in time. What was it? 20 minutes after death? There's a lot of wows going on right there. And matching, fitting to the revelation we are hearing here. We're getting a lot of wows here as well. Thank you so much for that, Panda. Thank you. I wonder if we could have caught that when we were doing the autopsy. Things might have gone a little different. Like we found out that he got shot and then hanged. But we, you know, I don't know. That's basically the same thing, right? We found out that it was just staged, and I guess if we only found out this part here, then we'd know the same thing, that it was a staged hanging. But yeah, so what was this? 20 minutes after death? About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood, you know what it does. Then what did you do? Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on, his armor too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do, make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. What did you do while they were hanging him? Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while, that we should lay low or something, so I did. So where is she now? I mean, it's been almost 1.5 weeks since that hanging. I don't know. I haven't seen her since. We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys. Interesting, Logic says. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. why later? This is directly connected to solving the murder, isn't it? I think so. Volition, what are you doing? Coming up with a theory, logic says. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs, she couldn't have heard the shot. It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Claudia. That's right. We cannot trust any of our feelings and instincts because we're secretly in love with the girl. Right? Someone told us this. Anyway, yeah. When it happened, did we hear a gunshot? When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. The gunshot wasn't that loud? This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot. Did you kill Lely? What? Why would I put myself through this insanity? Get myself cornered like this? He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me, I know that. But I would never hurt him. All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Oh, those sweet, sweet drugs. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around, close to her hand, a military weapon using jacketed ammunition. I like that logic. Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out when they're obviously just stabs in the dark. That's true though. Downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him. I want to know what happened to his weapon though. Let's go with this option, number 4. He must have had a weapon nearby. Did you use that? No, I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor. The bullet in his head, it was jacketed, military grade. Who else here has a military rifle? I don't know. His friends have rifles. Maybe those psychos did it. Coalition military have rifles. I'm not a munitions expert, and I did not shoot him. Yo, but downstairs the people have this crazy idea that you killed him. I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me. She's getting scared now. Of you, the downstairs people. All of it. It's okay. We're just messing with you. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep messing with her. Drugs were an integral part of your relationship. Perhaps they contributed to its end. What does that mean? Do drugs make you aggressive? No. People don't take drugs to kill each other. They take them to feel okay with each other. I thought you Revachol people would be more enlightened on this. I'm sorry, officer. I am under some stress here. It's okay if you did it in self-defense. I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before that wasn't what happened. True, sire, 'tis true, Drama says. Alright, I guess we'll have to believe her, you know, that it wasn't actually her. Yeah, could the people after you have killed him? That's the first thing that went through my head when I first heard the glass break. And I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week I tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone, so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me. But maybe it did? I just don't know. I don't know anything. We can't go after Lowe's cap. Not yet. There are other saner leads. This is an insane lead, huh? I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there. So it's not about her past? I don't know. So we don't know anything about his past. But we know something about her past. You think they'd tell this to us if it wasn't important? Why'd you call the cops if you were hiding? Because I am an idiot. Which is, the answer comes fast, which is an indicator of truth. Idiot? She's nothing of the sort. So you would have us believe, but you are not an idiot. You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him. He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. She shakes her head. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Revachol. She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too? Who made the call then? Why are we thinking that this is a lie now? She just said, so I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Revachol. Okay, so she did call us. I don't know what's wrong with volition right there. Yo, so what about the window, huh? When was that changed? Last week. Angus and Titus's brother. I think he's called Tibbs. They took care of it. You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there. In her bedroom inside, yes. You see the glass sparkling out in the corner of your eye. We should go there, yeah. Well, I think we're done here, ma'am. Before we go... He's thinking, are we really done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up forcefully if you want to continue pushing her. In God's name, wake the fuck up. What is happening? Oh, we are telling this to drama. Yeah? This is not directed to her or Kimmy. This is directed to drama. Wake the fuck up. Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either, why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. See? Turn to Kimmy and say, why have we not arrested her yet? The devil woman. Your real name is not Claudia Amandu. I think Claudia is correct, but Amandu, not feeling that. But yeah, let's kindly ask our lieutenant here why the hell she's not arrested yet. There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention. A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around. The devil woman, man. You know, I think you didn't make the call to the station. We'll do that later. First, let's ask her about the name. Your real name is not Claudia Amandu. I agree, the lieutenant turns to her. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you. Okay? Okay, what? Okay, it's not. I knew it. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common Sewer. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name, so I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it all. She's not lying now. She's really very tired. Her metabolism is failing her. The afterglow of whatever narcotics she's been taking is wearing off. Tell us your name. It's Katarzyna Ar... Oh, Jesus. It had to be that name. Katarzyna Alexia. It's a Grad name. Siemsk or Yugograd in origin. Not Occidental at all. She smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism. Hold on. This is not an Oraniezi name, is it? It's not even Mundi. It's Grad. My parents were Siemsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized, Oraniezi. All I remember is Oranje. Alashi is my father's name. I'll keep calling you Claudia though, huh? Should we do that? Like, her new name is way too complicated. She nods. We will just call her... Oh! Oh no! That's not the answer we wanted to choose. Fuck. Oh well. And they changed the name here. Alasie. It was Alasie. God damn. Anyway, enough about that. You know, I think you didn't actually make that call to the station. Oh, but I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over the town. Call 8102 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed. That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling at the desk. I don't believe a single word she says now. What time did you make the call? Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12. The lieutenant nods in your direction. Checks out. Anyone could know that number, and that someone cuffed, it means nothing. But I know the time of the call too. And no, I have not been 100% truthful with you officers, but I am now. Alright, alright. Devil woman. What? Okay. That's it. What if I told you you were under arrest? But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal. Seriously? Failure to aid a police investigation. And you just admitted to taking like 1,000 different kinds of drugs. And you covered up a murder. Fucking mind games. Enough! That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in. So, failure to aid a police officer. You have wasted our time in a time-critical investigation. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That is all the reason I need. You're not playing these mind games with me anymore. You're coming in. Industrial espionage. We uphold international law here in the Special Administrative Region. I'm still saying she's a suspect in a murder investigation. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs. Please, no. Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired. I think I know who did it. I know who shot Lily. You know it wasn't me. Why would I do it? I have no motive. What do you know? Who shot him? She's silent for a moment, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then in a hushed voice she says, Ruby. And why do you think it was her? She has this thing for me, ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants. What she's saying is sex? Sex? And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but I don't understand. The lieutenant sounds incredulous. He still has the cuffs in his hand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you? She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship. And you led her on? A little. I was flattered, you know, but then I had to let her off and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed. Nothing more though. Sounds like she was fixated on you. That is just an assumption. I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow she knew Lily was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was as calm as a stone too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan. This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching. Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true. Maybe or maybe not. We gotta find this Ruby person. That's for damn sure. When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you? She came over one night, drunk. She said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro, she must be, to keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but some of that fear is still with her. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her. Maybe that's the fear. But anyway, how could she have killed him? She could have had access to the roof. She points to the barred door next to the window. You've noticed that door there, right? Maybe it leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, taken the shot right here where I stand. It was dark outside, I would not have seen her. And then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing? That is possible. Interesting theory, Kimmy says. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out here with her? Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, checking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me before it all got weird. Alright, that's it for Ruby. Okay, and what? Arrest the liar. Now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That's Ruby. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful. You had to put that there, huh? I think we should still take you in, just in case. What do we do here, chat? Let's go with the Yahoo answer. Her. Stop letting her distract you. Alright. We're gonna back off, right? Or, I still like where Authority was going. Even though Authority is obviously in love with her, we should still, push her a little bit further. But let's do that. Let's push her a little bit further and then we back off. So that's all good, but I think we should still take you in, just in case. Still, after all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world and I know I'm shitty too, I know. But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. At some multinational, she's gearing up for a last stand. This is it. Well, what do you deserve then? I don't know. To spend my days with smoke and drink and dance, wallowing in shit, just like everyone else? Well, what other options do I have? You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own in 2 months or maybe in 1 month. That's all I need. You do have the form, Kimothy says. That's it, I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised. Him as well? Well, I am as well, dude.